I'm Dr. Gurpreet Padda, surgeon, anesthesiologist, and regenerative medicine physician at Regen.MD. I have a confession to make. For years, I was the doctor who recommended the procedure by default because that's what I was trained to offer, and it's what the system rewarded. I'm not proud of how many times surgery was my answer before I genuinely explored the alternatives. It was the assembly line medical model at work. So when your gut is telling you to pause, I'm the last person who will dismiss it. Pain is not a diagnosis, it is a signal. Let me show you why your instinct may be right. You've heard surgery from more than one doctor now, and the consensus is starting to feel like a wall. You want alternatives, but you're made to feel difficult. Being non-compliant or reckless for asking for other options, that pressure is real. But wanting to exhaust the reversible options before an irreversible one isn't reckless, it's wisdom. A surgeon's primary tool is surgery. It's worth understanding what that means for the advice you're getting. It's a fundamental bias of the tool set. The promise? I'll show you why surgical recommendations skew the way they do, the evidence that several common operations underperform, and exactly how to evaluate your necessity. You'll leave this video able to have this conversation from a position of deep forensic knowledge, not clinical intimidation. We are going to audit the system. Here is what you should know before you consent. In 2002, the New England Journal of Medicine published a landmark study by Dr. Bruce Moseley on knee arthroscopy for arthritis. The results were shocking to the industry. Surgery was no better than a sham operation where patients received incisions but no actual procedure. They both improved at the same rate. 11 years later, Sivonen and his team found the same thing for degenerative meniscal tears. Surgery was no better than sham surgery. The body's own healing response was the driver. And for many herniated discs, Zhang's research in 2017 showed the body resorbs the herniation on its own about 2/3 of the time. The biology wants to heal. None of this means surgery is never right. It means surgery is recommended is not the same as surgery is necessary, and the difference is yours to investigate. Why does surgery fail? Because it tries to fix the structure without fixing the terrain. You cannot plant a new joint in toxic biological soil and expect it to bloom. We audit your LDLP, your HSCRP, and your metabolic score for visceral fat. If the system is inflamed, the surgical incision just adds more fuel to the fire. The non-obvious truth: incentives shape recommendations. A surgical practice is built around performing surgery. That's the training, the schedule, and the revenue. Nobody is consciously steering you wrong, but a system that pays for the operation and not the conversation will produce more operations. You're just correcting for a systemic bias. How do you get real alternatives? Step 1, ask 3 direct questions. What happens if I wait? What does the best evidence say surgery achieves versus non-surgical care? And the most important one, what are the non-surgical options you don't perform? This forces the surgeon to look outside their own toolbox. Step 2, seek an opinion from someone whose primary tool isn't the scalpel, a regenerative specialist who profits no more from your yes than your no. Step 3, get the root cause workup that surgery skips. We look at mitochondrial retrograde signaling and the gut-brain pain axis. We fix the terrain first. This is metabolic sovereignty. You take authorship of an irreversible decision instead of being processed toward it. You become the commander of your own biology. At Regen.MD, we give you the alternative opinion and the root cause options the surgical pathway leaves out. If your gut says wait, let's look at the whole board. Stop managing. Start regenerating. Visit us at Regen.MD and reclaim your sovereignty.